All right, creeps, time for a check-in, check-out. Check it out. All right, creeps, check it out. This is been a week. It's been a whole week. It's been a week and a half for me. It's been 2 weeks in a 1 week span. And here's why. I spent so much money. I spent so much money this week. I'm very disappointed. But everything I got was worth the money. So I'm not disappointed. For starters, too much money was spent. Too much money was spent, but it was a collectible week. I don't think there's ever been a week like this in collecting in my history for quite some time. I want to start off with the gear up. All right. So why don't we talk about the elephant in the room? Hazard Squad came, Hazard Squad Gold, that is, for you Mezco collectors. And guess what? Boom! They dropped the Moss Squatch. A Moss Squatch. It was interesting, and it was an excellent price point, too. It was only $60, which a lot of people were saying they thought it was going to be like a $150 to $200 price point, which just goes to show you what people will pay. But $60 was good. You could grab 2. I didn't know there was a gray skull drop at the same time, so I got my Moss Squatches, and then I had to waitlist for the gray skulls. Here was the thing. If you typed in gray, GRAY. I'm very terrible at that. GRAY. Then they would come up. But you had to type it into the search bar. And then they would come up. Either way, I tried it for one, and it wouldn't work. And it kicked me back to that error, 524 or something. And then I tried it again. But I put 2, because I was like, you know what? If this goes through, I'd like 2 instead of 1. And it kicked back. And then I tried it again for 2, and it kicked back again. So I gave up. And then, later that night, I fell asleep, and I woke up, and guess what? I had 3 emails telling me every single attempt I made went through. So the limit was 4. There was a buy 3, get 1 free. I missed out on that because I did 1, 2, and 2. But right now what I'm doing is I'm just leaving it alone. If it goes through, it goes through. Hell, man, if I get 4 of them, hell, awesome. If the waitlist converts, it's not like I can't make my money back. I don't want to be that guy, but I will be that guy. So I got 2 Moss Squatches, and technically I'm waitlisted for 5 Gray Skulls. That was the drop for April 27th. Now, leading up to this, I also snagged 2 other Mezco things, which you'll be seeing on my channel this year. One, I jumped in, and I grabbed me that Justice League before it waitlisted. I felt that coming because the day before, the Destro or whatever, the G.I. Joe guy, I don't G.I. Joe, when he went down, usually what they do is when one goes down, the next day, the next pre-order goes down, and the next day, the next pre-order goes down. So I went ahead and I slid in my pre-order for the Justice League 10, which I'm super excited to get. It doesn't ship until, when does it ship? June or March. So that thing was like $273.56, like right out the gate. It was $240 plus like $13 shipping and handling, and then you had to do a non-refundable deposit of, I think, $40. Yeah, $40. Cool. And then I jumped in on that Wolverine. You knew I was going to jump in on that Wolverine. I kind of had to. It was super loaded for $155. How can you not grab all of the Mezco whenever it's $155 and it's that cost efficient? It's impossible not to. So I slid in and I got that one. So those are my Mezcos that you'll be seeing coming up. And that's what I grabbed last week from Mezco. Now, Mezco had a great week, but guess who else had a great week? Yeah, fucking NECA killed me, dude. So April was 3 weeks of pre-order. Which anybody who collects NECA, you already know. If you collect Mezco and you don't really collect NECA, now you know. I nab stuff every single week. I say that with a sigh, but I'm really happy they did pre-orders. Like, it's a really awesome thing that they've switched it up and now they're pre-ordering instead of just making us go to Target. The amount of fucking money I have wasted on gas So 3 weeks of pre-orders. Let's see, what all did I grab up? I grabbed up Rat King and Vernon because I hadn't got them yet, and I've been searching everywhere, and I ain't paying the eBay prices. I got Roadkill Rodney because I hadn't got him, but I do have the I got the Triceraton guys. You know what I mean? I got them. I mean, I'm sure if you watch my videos every week behind me, you see a Splinter. I've got the Rock Soldiers. I haven't opened them up. Super Shredder. I've got an extra Krang. I don't get to open many of my Turtles, but Turtles is my main squeeze. You see my new Krang up there? I was pretty excited to open him up. He was cool. Let's see. What else? I got Ace Duck and Muckman. I actually got 2 of those because I'm a huge Ace Duck fan. And I'm going to take my second Ace Duck, and I'm going to turn him into Howard the Duck. Howard the Duck. Great movie. Well, terrible movie, but very nostalgic. So great movie in that aspect. How about that? They did Anthrax and Scumbag. That was fucking awesome. I'm tempted to get a second Anthrax and somehow turn it into a Goro figure. I know what you're probably thinking, which is like, why would you take something that breaks so easily and turn it into an Ultimate Fighter? Well, I could reinforce it. And then they launched April. They did a regular series for $29.99 and a signature series for $100. And your boy ain't stupid, right? Ain't no one taking advantage of me. I only got one of the signatures for $100. I wasn't buying 2. They wouldn't let you. They wouldn't let you buy 2. But yeah, I nabbed one of those up. Why? Well, because TMT, Terminator, and Ghostbusters are my life. Hands down. They also let you get Krang. If you hadn't got Krang yet, you could pre-order some more Krang. More Rock Soldiers. If you hadn't done Rock Soldiers, they let you redo Splinter. There's a couple other ones. I don't know. I didn't get all of them because I didn't need them. Oh, I also got 2 Pizza Monsters. And it was good. I'm really stoked for those to come in. Moving on from them. Also this week, if my wallet hadn't been slapped in enough, Super 7 on the Big Bad Toy Store put back up all 4 Turtles again. So you could now pre-order Raphael, Donatello, Leonardo, and Michelangelo. Once again, it's like $200. It was like $190 or something like that. But they're up again. So obviously, like, I didn't have those, and I had to have the Turtles, so I grabbed them. And let's see, just because I knew you guys wanted to know, Raph and Leo, because they were already sold out and came back, they're $50 a piece. And then Donnie and Mike are still $45 a piece. But you can pre-order all of them now, and that way you can have all 4 Turtles. I'm not going to collect the rest of the line, so if you watch my channel, don't expect that, because it's not happening. Ain't got time for it. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got no money for that. I just ain't got no money for that. Ain't nobody got no money. Ain't nobody got no money. Ain't nobody got no money for that. I just don't have the money to collect that whole fucking line. Plus, they're just redoing the toys I had as a kid. And as cool as that is, and I do want the Turtles, toys sucked when I was a kid. They're much better now. So, it is what it is. On top of that, Hot Toys. I nabbed 2 Hot Toys over the last couple weeks. So I got the Scream figure, because it just came out, and it's not going to be out that long, and it will sell out, and then nobody will have it. And it's my all-time favorite 90s slasher film. It's my favorite Wes Craven film. Scream was everything in the 90s, and I watched that movie religiously. It never gets old. Every time you watch it, you will see something new. That's a guarantee. You always find something new. Plus, Stu is like the best slasher ever. A comedic killer. My dream role is a comedic killer. Also, I slid in there and I placed a pre-order for Michael Myers from Hot Toys as well. So it wasn't that bad. There's payment plans, which was pretty cool. You had to do like a $25 non-refundable deposit or something like that. And then on top of that, I did a payment plan. So it's like $70 for 3 months, and then it's all paid off. And then in August, September, they should send it to me. And then you guys will be seeing an unboxing of Hot Toys Michael Myers. And he looks pretty cool. So look forward to that. And then the last thing on my collectibles list for touching base, Scream Factory. I jumped in and I grabbed a Scream Factory Deluxe Edition, They Live. Because it came with everything. Look, first of all, if you're a collector of films or film figures, you kind of need to grab this. Here's why. First of all, it's a deluxe collector edition that comes with 2 versions of They Live, the 4K copy and the Blu-ray copy. I don't know if the DVD comes with it. I would imagine. Either way, it's a 2-disc edition that has like a collector sleeve that covers it. There's a 7-inch pink vinyl with it that has the soundtrack to the movie, right? Come on. Even if you don't listen to vinyls, like that's a frame, put it on the wall. That's a collector's item. There's a poster, an 18 by 24 inch movie poster from the movie, which if you're like me and you collect movie posters, which I've got them all over my apartment, I'm stoked about that. And last but not least, there is an 8-inch Frank figure. Ladies and gentlemen, that would be Keith David. That's a Keith David figure. There's only 4,000 of them being made. And obviously, if you know anything about me, I'm taking that Keith David figure and I'm turning it into Childs from The Thing. Obviously. And I'm also super stoked for NECA's The Thing figures. That head sculpt is garbage, but no one makes They Live figures. I mean, fucking The Thing figures. And I will buy everything that's The Thing that anybody makes ever. And I will love it. And that's it for figures. Guys, that's it. Let's lock away. Oh, wait. We all collect figures. We all watch movies and TV. Here's a little segment of call. Here's what I'm watching. So Mortal Kombat came out. Terrible. It was terrible. I swear to God, they went back into the 90s and they found all of the writers from every Steven Seagal movie and they hired them. And they all showed up. And then they went out and they found every writer for every, like, bunk third, like, installment. Like, I'm talking Tomb Raider 3, Ninja Turtles 3, Terminator 3, Rescuers Down Under 7. They found those writers, and they brought them in. And together they all made a movie that doesn't hold up. I'm going to be honest with you. I would much rather any day, anytime, watch the 1995 Mortal Kombat over this. By far, it was better. This movie sucked. It was terrible. Now, the action scenes were cool. There was a lot of blood. There was a lot of gore. But all the scenes that were written, if you listen to the dialogue, they were terrible. There were actually scenes where they're like, don't you remember that thing that I said about that stuff? And they're like, oh, yeah, I do remember. And then the plot continued. Terrible. Goro... I can't spoiler alert it, but watch the movie. Then down in the comments, you tell me how you felt Goro was used. Terrible. I felt like WB was performing a fatality on themselves, and they performed a flawless victory. Say what you will, but that was used in a Hollywood film. So I can use it on YouTube. Other than that, I'm actually watching some good stuff. If you don't watch Solar Opposites, watch it. Season 2 came out last month on Hulu, and it's amazing. And by the way, can we get some Solar Opposite figures up in here that aren't Funko Pop vinyls? Because I don't like collecting Funko Pop vinyls, but I definitely need me some Solar Opposite figures, especially Jessie. She's my favorite character. She's awesome. And the show makes me laugh. And the people in the wall are definitely my favorite parts. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go to YouTube, type in Solar Opposites, watch a couple episodes or like a trailer. I don't know if the episodes are on YouTube. And then go to Hulu. It's cheap. And watch on Hulu. It's the best show you're not watching. Also, it's the people that did Rick and Morty. Well, one of them. I don't know if Dan Harmon's involved. Either way, good episode worth your investment. I mean, good series worth your investment. Also, I said I watched Mortal Kombat on HBO Max. You know what else was on HBO Max? Space Ghost, Coast to Coast. I've been watching that a lot lately, and the truth is, it holds up. It's a good show. It's a good show, and it's funny. And the guests, it's weird it's weird seeing them so young, you know, like young Busta Rhymes, young Mike Judd, young Jim Carrey, young Cameron Diaz. There's all these young celebrities on there, Bob Odenkirk, and they're in their prime. You know, the 90s was a weird time, and Space Ghost Coast to Coast was one of my all-time favorite shows. As a matter of fact, I recently obtained a Space Ghost, and I will be making a diorama for the channel, and if you're a Space Ghost fan, stay tuned, because I'm pretty excited about that. Anyway, they have multiple seasons on there, not every episode, but a good bit of them. So if you're looking for Space Ghost Coast to Coast, sign up for some HBO Max. Shudder. On Shudder, I have been watching Creepshow. Season 2. It's been pretty good. Creepshow, it's something new, but it's something old. It touches base a lot with, like, older episodes, but it's definitely, like, as a fan of, like, one-offs, it's very Twilight Zone-ish, but I feel like the newer ones are kind of campy. And I don't know how I feel about that. I kind of like it. I kind of don't. I'm actually going to do one of these later on about Creepshow, the entire season 2. So look forward to that. But hey, let me know what you think about Creepshow down there. And then last but not least, you know what I've been spending a lot of my time watching? That right there. You see that? That turtle fan? That contains every single episode of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle series. And I have slowly been going through every single episode, documenting characters, villains, side characters, people on the street, renditions of the turtles, outfits of Splinter. I'm putting in some effort, and I'm going to do an episode for you guys where I go over my favorite characters, but then I'm going to do an episode for you guys where I go over my favorite villains, and then I'm going to do an episode about going over the characters I'd like to see made, ideas that I think would be cool for dioramas. I'm going to do a lot of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle videos in the next coming year because it's my favorite license and I want to do it. Also, build upon that. And by the way, what's your favorite Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle episode? Like, what characters do you want to see made? What episode would you like to see me delve into? If there's one that you like but you can't remember, guess what? I own every single episode. Tell me. I'll go back. I'll watch it. Let's see what we find, right? I'm also going to make some Ghostbuster stuff this year. Like real Ghostbuster stuff. The cartoon. It's going to be pretty dope. That's it. I got nothing else to say. Actually, I've got a ton else to say, but I'm not going to because I have to finish filming my other video that I was filming. I got to finish editing my Black Skull video. I got to finish writing. I have so much I'm doing, but don't worry. You guys are going to reap all the benefits. You guys will reap all the benefits once I edit it and put it up on YouTube. As always, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you being part of the channel and joining in the discussion. And until next time, be easy, enjoy yourselves, watch some movies, hit me up. Let me know if the Rotten Tomato scores are accurate. I feel like they've been kind of off during the pandemic. Let me know what you think. Appreciate you. Until next time.
In an insane world, it was the sanest choice.